Hi friends, in our time together today, I'm sharing one of my practice sessions of the Prince of Denmark's March, popularly known as Trumpet Voluntary. And when I share a practice session, my goal is to share with you what I'm thinking and to encourage you to experiment with the different tunes that we're learning. So, I recently introduced the Prince of Denmark's March, Trumpet Voluntary, and I'll stick a link to that video at the end of this one, and I'll put a card at the top if you want to pause this one and jump there. I'm also sticking a link at the top of the notes to this video to the page of my website from which you could download the music and tabs if you'd like to do that and haven't already done so for this great tune. Now, in this practice session, I'm using the Carbony wide bore, close finger spacing Low D. Lovely whistle to play. I'm also playing the Swayne whistles High D by Jonathan Swayne. His whistles are, well, I only have the High D. I've listened to a lot of the others. Very beautiful. I'll put links to where you could pick up both of these whistles in the notes to this video. I'll love them both. And I'll be sharing a bit more on the Swayne whistles High D in a bit, along with some other wood High D whistles. So that's pretty fun. So Trumpet Voluntary. Now, when I do a practice session, I'm somewhere along the gee, how do I play this tune to, oh yeah, I'm feeling real good. And that involves getting used to the tune, learning to play it at place, getting the flow of the tune, experimenting with ornamentation, getting ornamentation at pace, and on and on and on. And I'm kind of up here. I'm not at the, gee, I could play this for you. Though I'll try on the Swayne. We'll see how I do, right? And I'm up here at the, I think I know how I want to ornament, and I'm gonna try that. And I want to talk about it as I do it. So I'm going to just dive in, but I'm not going to dive in and ignore the conversation. I want to be able to share with you what I'm thinking, because I want you to be thinking about how you want to play a tune. And that's why I say listen to a bunch of people play tunes, because they're going to give you ideas. And I hope I'm sharing ideas with you. So I'm going to stand so you can see better, at least on the Carbony. The tune has flourishes built into it. And if you're looking at the music and tabs, you'll see that it's got a trill in a number of places. So anytime I'm throwing a trill in, unless one randomly shows up, that's written into the music. So the tune starts off, and it's just a little twitch on the finger. And that's cool. And there is a trill that's a challenge. And I talked about this in the intro to this tune. And that is, in leading out of the first part, you're coming into the second. F sharp, then you have to play a G sharp and trill it. That's a half hole. Good luck. You could do a couple of things. You could trill using the F sharp key. That's like almost as though you were rapidly flutter tapping it. For the length of the note. Or you could try and get your index finger going, but your hand might be, like mine's a little tight right now because I don't play the G sharp every day. So for me, it's just as easy to learn to flutter that third finger. And accept the fact that sometimes it works and sometimes it stinks. So, you know, if you're not if you're not willing to just chuckle at yourself as you're learning to play something, you're going to have a rough time. So I'm thinking that this is a fun march, and it needs to drive a bit, but it also needs some extra flourishes in. So you could punch into that first D, or maybe just hard tongue it. That might, depending upon how hard you tongue it, you might get a little squeak there. So you could, come in with a little cut on it. Okay, and so that's how that'll go, and you play that twice. Ornament, these are great. You'll notice I threw a little slide in here and there, just a light slide, because I don't want it to feel slow. I want the tune to keep some punchiness, but a light slide's kind of fun. And then tap a roll or two here and there. I didn't necessarily do that, but you'll want to accentuate the bits of the tune, the flow of the tune. And so hit some of those transition points. We often say that ornaments are intros to notes. And I've said before that there is some advanced ornamentation where you can ornament mid-note, or and this is one where I found myself doing that. So do what feels and sounds like you're enhancing the flow of the tune. Let's move into that second part. Come on. Get that third finger fluttering. That worked a little better. See, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Just keep going, keep practicing. If something's giving you grief, then go back to it and try it again and again. I find it better if I actually slap the side of the whistle. I won't irritate you with that anymore, but that's the idea. I'll pick up from there. And when you get there, like I said the other day, you could do that, make it like really demonstrative. Or you could start low. Or you could just leave it. What strikes your fancy? That's kind of that whole section so far in the tune is kind of driven, punchy, feel free to ornament it. That's why the trills are there. The trills are there to help you feel like you can just have fun driving this tune. Then the mood changes. And this is where we need to talk expressions up, because the mood changes too. See, that I want that to feel lighter. I'm not telling you have to do that, but when I hear this tune and I hear people playing it, you've got that. You don't want your dynamics to be always the same. You've got that. I'm hammering the beginning part of the tune. And then I get to that bit and I dial it back. I make it lighter emotionally so that I then reach the end where I'm just really going to punch it again. And then, so when you get to the end, what I've heard a lot of folks do, and I enjoy, is that you actually then, that last punchy bit, you dial it back a little. So let me walk into that. See, that's kind of fun. It gives you variation and difference in how you're handling the tune. Now, actually gonna lower my camera just a little bit. Excuse me while I do that. All right, camera lowered. So I wanted you to be able to see the John Swayne, and so I didn't even have to stand and be so far away. So I'm going to try the same thing. What I want to do with the John Swayne is I'm just going to play it through. I used the Carbony to talk about it. Now I'm going to see if what I talked about works. And we'll see if I hit that, how I do with that G sharp. Oh well, here goes. That's a lot of fun. I think I'm feeling okay with that. I want to work on it a little bit more. I was laughing at myself because I like the feel of, hey, we're all together, and my brain just went there because I got to the end of that one bit. And I was thinking, it's as though we were in the room and playing together, and so I was going to go slower. I was going to do that. And I was like, put your hand back on the whistle and play. That was funny. Silly me. I think this is a brilliant tune for us to play, to experiment with, to learn ornamentation with, to learn. There's so many good dynamics in here between punchy, driven, gentle. Wow, I think this tune's a lot of fun. And I hope you enjoy it, my friends. I want you to enjoy playing your whistle, but doing so takes all this time and effort of putting it in and practicing and then reaching the point where you could just have a blast. And you do that with each tune. And that's why I like to share these practice sessions, because there's a reality to the fact that I'm still figuring this out. I'm a long way from just pulling out my whistle and playing everything I know while I walk down the street, if I'd ever get there. But that's okay. We grow through practice, through determination, through fun. And so I hope you enjoy it. And if this is your first time with us, please subscribe. We'd love to welcome you into the community of folks learning to play the whistle together. It's not just me. There's a community of folks here helping out. We chime in, we comment, we help each other in the comments. It's brilliant. I'm learning a lot, and I hope you are as well. If this specific video is helpful, please like it. That lets all the YouTube technology know that we should be shown to some other folks learning the whistle. Until next time, my friends, this is Scott Shade. Happy whistling.